What is up, guys? So in this video we're going to be having a look at Kadena right now, because I know I promised you guys a video, and typically I don't like to do videos when things are going bad. Okay, no one likes to see when things are going bad, but Kadena has been having a nice little relief bounce lately, and the big question is, are we going to break this nice little resistance right here, which is a massive order block, or are we going to retest 64 cents like I've mentioned in my tweets? So before that, guys, first of all, if you have not been following me on Twitter, you should definitely do that. If you had not joined my Discord, make sure you guys click on the link in the description below. And of course, if you want to get 50% cashback bonus on your deposit, you could actually sign up with XD right now today. And if you were to deposit $2,000, make a few trade, you could actually get $1,000 bonus, which you could withdraw. So this is actually free money for you with XD token. Anyways, having a look right here, we're going to be talking about the, obviously KDA. We're going to be talking about the total right here. We're going to be talking about, Bitcoin, because we know Bitcoin's king, Bitcoin's the leader. You guys can see right here, there's a whole crypto bubble exploding. We got XRP, HBAR, Solana, absolutely leading the altcoins right now. We got Algo and CAS. Now, you might be wondering why Algorand, HBAR, and XRP are pumping. Well, Trump recently said that he would actually exempt taxes for US companies, and these would be, Algorand, HBAR, XRP, and a few others, which is pretty bullish. Okay, now having a look at this tweet right here, I did mention that this would be potentially. So I'm not saying that this, because we're dumping right now. You guys can see Bitcoin is currently dumping. I'm not saying right now we're going to go to 87K, because nothing is confirmed. It depends how the daily candle does close, and if that does happen, we could see one last shakeout for KDA. But I did say right here, Bitcoin probably does something like this: last shakeout before huge pump. A lot of people disagree with me. It's okay. How many times you want to say last shakeout again? It's only up. Only long from here. I told him to long. I don't know if he did it, but anyways, if you long right here, you most likely longed the top, and you probably got liquidated, which is not a good idea to do. But anyways, having a look at Bitcoin real quick. So there's a few things I want to look at Bitcoin. Okay, there's a few things that I said in my last video that could happen for Bitcoin. One, we would explode past the resistance. Everyone would long right here, and then market makers would be like, nope, we're going down there. And two is that we got a rejection right here. And you guys can see this is a clear resistance on the trend line. And you guys can see this is the trend line, this is a channel. And we've been bouncing back and forth in this channel, kind of like how we saw right here. We saw this channel back in, last year, when we were consolidating for about a year before pretty much exploding. And that's pretty much what is happening right now on Bitcoin, except the consolidation won't be as long and it won't be as big, because we know 2025 is here for the altcoins. Now, if we close below this 50 moving average, you could expect a nice little dump for Bitcoin to 87,000. Of course, stochastic RSI or the regular RSI, we do, and we are at the 50. The big question is, are we going to get a rebound at the 50% on the RSI or not? If we do, that would be bullish. But remember what happened a few weeks ago, guys. Bitcoin topped out all the way at $102,500. And if you guys do follow me on TradingView, I did mention to short right here. And for those of you guys who shorted, probably made a bunch of money on my Patreon. Link will be in the description below. But anyways, we're going to have to see if Bitcoin does close below the 50 moving average right here. If it does, like we saw right here, you could expect a lot of sell pressure, not only on altcoins, but on Bitcoin as well. Kind of like how we saw right here. We saw 3 straight candles. And in my opinion, we're most likely going to see, maybe 3 or 4 right before Trump gets into the office, which could potentially pump. If we see a pump before Trump gets in the office, we're most likely going to see something like that. So which one do you prefer, right? Do you prefer to dump right now and then pump, or do you prefer to pump and then dump later? So obviously that's what's happening. That's my analysis on Bitcoin. Nothing is guaranteed. Now, I said, of course, for the total, there's 2 things that could happen. And this is a total market cap, including KDA, everything. Okay, this is an analysis on the whole crypto market, currently sitting at $3.4 trillion. I said there's a couple things that can happen. One, we bounce up, okay? And the reason why I talk about this before KDA is because you guys need to understand that there's Bitcoin and the total before anything else. Before all these micro coins like KDA, even if you're a $1 billion coin, you're still a micro coin. And you guys can see right here, I did say that we could either do something like that. That would be the second scenario. Or the first scenario is that we actually come back down to 3.14. 3.18 and then bounce right here. Now we have a massive order block right here. Okay, we know that's where all the bulls are setting up orders. I mean, look at this. We have a bunch of people pretty much setting up like a bunch of leverage longs right here. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens here. So it looks like we are setting up for the first scenario, which would be good. But of course, guys, anything can happen. So take it with a grain of salt. Obviously, not financial advice. Always do your own research and due diligence. Anyways, having a look right here at KDA, there's a few things I want to talk about. One, let's put in the volume profile. Profile right here, as you guys can see, really tells you where most of the volume has pretty much been traded, right? So you guys can see right here, most of the volume of KDA is actually traded right here at makes sense. Now the big question is are we going to get KDA at a 64, 60 cents? You guys can see right here, we do have a big order block right here. So I'm not saying we're going to come back down all the way to 64 cents or 60 cents, but 64 cents at this order block is very, very possible before we have the final shakeout and explode to the top side. Now, of course, a second scenario would be if KDA does break this order block right here. Okay, this bearish order block, and we close above it, we're most likely going to come do something like that and then explode above it. Now you guys can see right here, there's a lot of sell pressure right here. The buy is the blue, the yellow is the sell, and you guys can see right here, this is a bearish order block with high volume right here. And I would say that the second point of control would probably be right here at $1. Okay, so we're gonna have to see what happens here, guys. Next couple of weeks, couple of days. Bitcoin, it looks like it's shaking out. It looks like we did close below the 50 moving average right here on the 1 hour time frame. Maybe this is just a relief bounce. We're gonna have to see, but typically what we want to see is stairs down, elevator up, and it looks like we got the elevator down, and we're most likely gonna get the stairs up. So we're gonna have to see what happens here within the next 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours on Bitcoin, because we know Bitcoin does dictate the market. We know Bitcoin's king, Bitcoin's the leader. I said in all my videos. If you guys like this video, of course, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, leave a like, and I will